Perhaps my anger and the community's anger was a bit too broad and not focused on the correct people. It should have been more obvious to begin with, but I don't think we could blame all the devs. It was right there in front of our face the whole time. It was just Tim. I won't lie, they had us at the first half. The update was pretty solid. Couldn't really hate anything at first. The buffs and reworks were really nice. They were all splendid. They even went out of their way to name a few players who gave suggestions on how a variant should be reworked, which was pretty nice. But good stuff aside, let's come back to the beginning, the roadmap. Let's be honest here. Guilds was not coming out in July to begin with. Making a roadmap with an impossible goal of making Guild within 4 months? Scooby Doo villains had a better plan than this. I knew that shit wasn't coming out this month. And I know a bunch of other players knew it wasn't coming out this month too. Some of us just had a hunch. Some of us just knew that there's no way they could make Guild within 4 months. There's just no way. We all knew that. I mean, we see how they struggle to make each update polished or not to have any bugs in there. I mean, they're struggling to add in special effects to each new diamond, or at least they're not prioritizing it, since the last two diamonds don't have a special effect. But we also just knew that Guilds wouldn't come out next month because one of the other devs already said it. They already replied to someone and said, hey, Guilds is not coming out next month. It wasn't a really big surprise, but someone should have announced it earlier instead of the day of when people were expecting guilds to be implemented. Your communication is not getting any fucking better. It's the same shit. Like, I don't know if it's pure arrogance or mindless ambition, but let's be honest. Anyone who's seen the previous update can rub two brain cells together and realize guilds isn't coming in July. Even if there was a slight chance, it'd be the buggiest, most rust piece of shit to exist. Also, the bug with Soul Crusher and Sheer Force, it's back. Matter of fact, it never left. We are lied to about everything. We're lied to about guilds coming. We're lied to about in a patch note. We're lied to about fucking the shop saying, "Oh, there's two avatars in here," when it's just one. It's just like, yo, we're lied to all the time. Genuinely, we cannot take anything they say as the truth until we physically play it, until we physically see it, until we know that it's actually true. Apparently, when one of the devs tested it, it worked. But when it went to live, it didn't work. What the fuck? Regardless, we should get some compensation somehow. Compensation for this persistent bug that's still lingering around, or compensation for not telling us the truth. Something at all. As of recording, they just did another update. You want to know what they fixed in all these updates? Same here, because I don't know either. Was something fixed? No. Soul and shear bug is still here. Was anything buffed or changed? No, nothing of value. Not even saying there's minor fixes, just another copy and paste description. But for some reason, during one of these updates, they changed how pink and gold gifts were open, so that gold gifts were open first before the pink gifts. Like, okay, I'm not sure who asked for this. I'm not sure why this is done. Why is this a priority instead of other things that we asked for? Y'all just love changing things with the UI for some reason. There was also another bug with the backstage pass, and people who didn't claim the final reward but bought the backstage pass got 4 extra sea witches, which is crazy because no one else got shit. It feels like some pay to win nonsense that they got rewarded and we didn't. So after learning guilds was being delayed, we were alerted that Tim was in chat, and we respectfully confronted him, asking for changes to the cabinet, as in to be reverted to 1 hour. Right? It makes sense. I mean, if guilds is delayed, then the cabinet change should be delayed too. It's not a crazy concept, right? But I guess it was for him. He was responding to questions back and forth, left and right. But when we asked him that, it was dead quiet. The silence was deafening, like he was asking ChatGPT to create a response to say no. Like, I don't get the reasoning here. Cabinet was nerfed because of guilds. Guilds was delayed. So shouldn't the cabinet be reverted and delayed till further notice? Then we go ask about rerolls. Making rerolls better, making it so we can't roll into the same stat twice, making it so we're given 3 options instead of one, or adding rerolls to dailies, or reduce the price of them, or give them prize fights. But nah, he wants to beat around the bush and said they're removing bronze and silver moves, which will increase the chances of getting more rerolls. Like Tim is trying to find the cheapest and easiest ways to find a solution for our problem. We were promised a better cabinet, and all we got was a downgrade. Nobody uses the Theonite tab. Everyone hates that shit. Everything you say sounds like AI generated corporate fluff, just padding out long sentences just to say, no, that's not happening. You speak a lot, but you don't say a damn thing. No one speaks like this. It sounds like you're fence sitting and beating around the bush because you can't give a straight answer. You can't give a straight direct answer to anything without us having to drag out information from you like we're playing fucking charades. Talking to a mime will be more informative than talking to you. Look at this shit. Tell me what this means. Absolutely fucking nothing. All these words and not a damn thing was said. Like if someone asks you if you want to go to a party, and instead of saying yes or no or maybe, Tim just goes, for now, my place is here. Instead of like giving the fucking answer that we wanted, yes or no. Like you're adding all those extra words just to say a simple thing. Like Lou asks about increasing the chances of retakes. And what does Tim say? We're going the other way with this. What the fuck does that mean? Like, legitimately, what does that mean? And he just said later, it increases the chances of retakes. Could you start off with that? We tried, we begged, we pleaded for them to reduce that cabinet's refresh cooldown. And he just said no. Basically, he just says no. That's not happening. All of that effort of us talking is just us pissing in the wind. We've gained nothing. Nothing has changed. We're talking to a fucking brick wall.
I would rather die than hear any of that again.
Like, I don't understand how they made their own limited currency one of the worst currencies in the game. Like, how is Theonite so awful? There's nothing to spend it on. Like, why the hell are we gatekeeping avatars behind $80 paywalls? Another thing, why is Diamond Keys $300 worth in reward points in the hub? Do y'all really think a Diamond Key is worth $300? July 2025, they changed something else. Something I never would have expected them to change. But damn, it's insane how gritty they are now. So there used to be a deal called the Galaxy Brain deal, which was a 10 plus 1 Premier Relic package. It was only 99 cents. It was a good deal. People bought it when it was there because, hey, it's only $1. Who gives a shit? I could throw away $1. But then recently, they increased the price to $1.99. Well, they just fucking doubled it. It's just like, how low can you get when you have to double a deal? Weren't they just saying, oh, they want to fix the shop and they want to decrease deal prices, and yet they increase the price of this? Oh, this is too generous. We gotta make up for the times and the fucking economy. Fuck that. What? For them to stoop so low and increase the price of such a tiny deal from 99 cents to $1.99, just basically doubling it. I just think that's crazy. I think if they went that low to nerf that, they have no problem nerfing the hyper pack. I feel like the hyper priority pack in the future will get nerfed in some way. Because if they stoop this low for this, what won't they do? What won't they change? Everything's a possibility now. They just don't care about the player base. They don't care about anything. Greedy deals from the greedy devs. Wow, spoon found in kitchen. Who would have seen that coming? I feel like he can't own up to his own mistakes, especially with the cabinet. It's like someone stepping on your foot and they say sorry, but they refuse to move their foot off of you. It's a hollow apology. It doesn't mean jack shit if they're not willing to admit their mistakes and change their ways. It's like telling me, sorry, I won't do it again. But then you do it again. The words mean nothing. Y'all showed a clip of guilds after what, a month and a half after saying y'all would? And all it was like guild icon customization and raid bosses. Cool, I guess, but you spent like a good 50% of that video or more on just customization because that's all y'all had to talk about. Like, it's truly bad when people are making Google Docs on how to fix the economy. And then there's me who's taking more notes on the devs than actually playing the game itself.